hell was that? And let's talk about Katy Perry. So it looks like this whole situation where Ruby Rose just came out in passing the other day accusing and Ruby Rose, the actress, who was from Orange is the New Black. She was also in that horrible ass Resident Evil movie, the last one. And she's been in a couple of films, John Wick Chapter 2, a bunch of other things. Well, she came out with some tea regarding in passing about Katy Perry, saying that Katy Perry assaulted her sexually at a nightclub in Melbourne about 20 years ago, which Katy has vehemently denied. Well, it looks like Australian, I guess their version of the FBI, has now decided to step into the matter. And now they're looking into some things. And Katy, who knows how this is going to turn out? But in the words of Oda Mae Brown, you in danger, girl. So, in a statement obtained on Wednesday by Entertainment Weekly, a rep for the Victoria Police confirmed the Melbourne Sexual Officers and Child Abuse Investigation Team, which is called Socket. I guess that's how you pronounce it because it's like all the, you know, the what it, you know, the fuck. What is the fucking word? I was thinking what it's called. But anyway, that's what it all stands for. Detectives are investigating a historical alleged SA that occurred in Melbourne in 2010. Now, the statement added that police have been told the alleged incident occurred at a licensed premises in Melbourne's central business district and that the investigation remains ongoing as of Wednesday. It would be inappropriate to comment further at this stage. So, and I just let you know, Entertainment Weekly, and I'm sure a bunch of others have reached out to reps for Katy Perry, and she has not spoken about it, except to say at the time when Ruby said what she said, it's a bunch of damn lies. Now, over the weekend, Rose, who appeared in Orange is the New Black and Batwoman, which was a terrible show, by the way, responded to a Threads post by Complex Music Threads that mentioned Perry. The actress wrote, Katy Perry sexually assaulted me at Spice Market nightclub in Melbourne. Who gives a ish what she thinks? And that was in her response to making that little comment about Justin Bieber during his Coachella performance. So Rose then detailed the alleged assault in various comments on the site. After one user referenced Perry's I Kissed a Girl song, writing, She kissed a girl and you didn't like it? Ha ha ha. Rose alleged she didn't kiss me. She saw me resting on my best friend's lap to avoid her and bent down, pulled her panties to the side, and rubbed her disgusting coochie, she said the V word, on my face until my eyes snapped open and I projectile vomited on her. In response to the initial allegation, a rep for Perry told EW on Monday the allegations being circulated on social media by Ruby Rose and Katy Perry are not only categorically false, they are dangerous, reckless lies. Because when you say this out here, you already know how cancel culture and all that other stuff is. I don't believe in cancel culture. I believe in accountability culture. So people who need to be held accountable for the things that they do, that is what we need to be focusing on in this situation. It's like, you're canceled. First of all, people are not sitcoms. They're not a show on your favorite streaming service or your regular TV show that when you don't watch enough of the episodes, they're like, canceled. You can't cancel a person. Now, you can hold them accountable and want nothing to do with them. And then you see this fallout like with Kanye and all these other companies that are, and these promoters who are no longer interested in wanting to back any of his projects, be it touring or whatever the case is. That's the accountability. That's the repercussions of your actions taking place, hence accountability. So the rep continued, alleging that Miss Rose has a well-documented history of making serious public allegations on social media against various individuals, claims that have repeatedly been denied by those named. Now, of course, because if you're accusing somebody of something, they deny it. Of course, they're gonna deny it. Like, what the fuck? If you were accused of abusing somebody, I mean, Eric Swalwell denied doing what he did, but then eventually stepped down as, for running for Senate or governor. No, it was governor. And did he leave Congress too? So people could deny things till the cows come home. But if there's truth in what you did, eventually it's gonna come out. So obviously if somebody's accused of something, you're gonna say, I didn't do it, even though you might have. Now, while Perry hasn't directly addressed Rose's allegations herself, she shared an image of her 2013 song "By the Grace of God." Oh Lord, here we go. With to her Instagram story on Tuesday with the caption, "I love you." Loving. Who you loving? Who you want to be hugging? Was that for Justin Trudeau? Now, Perry has been accused of sexual misconduct in the past, particularly by her Teenage Dream music video star Josh Claus, who alleged that Perry pulled his pants down to expose his penis in front of other people. So she has a habit of pantsing people. She likes rubbing her lips, and I'm not talking about the ones attached to her face, on other women's faces. Allegedly, she got inappropriate with Justin Bieber. Wasn't there something that came out from damn, what's the actress name? There was an actress who I believe came out and mentioned something too. I don't know why I didn't write it down or think about it. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I could Google it if her name comes up. Like I said, and I had to put not Ruby Rose. um, and I thought I saw it in the Daily Mail where they mentioned something about that too. So, but if y'all know who I'm talking about, oh, Anna Kendrick. Wasn't there a situation that happened with Anna Kendrick? Because she said Anna Kendrick once claimed that an aggressive wait, hold on. Let me see, because I got to click on it. And I might have to pull this up. Hold on. We say Anna Kendrick says Katy Perry. Oh, she finger banged her cleavage. Hold on now. Now I can pull this up. And I was just looking for this by accident, but I was like, wait a minute now, because I remember I saw something about Anna Kendrick, but I found the clip. We're gonna play the clip. If you don't come back and talk, please hold.
I've never been around so many. Katy Perry finger banged my cleavage. It was a weird night. She's very mature.
Paint the scene. So you're standing still and Katy Perry walks by and
I have met her before, and yeah, she's like
that's her thing.
Yeah, you know, she's aggressive. I like it.
Okay.
Okay, so basically what she said is that Katy Perry is somebody who's notorious for doing inappropriate things to people that I guess she's friendly with. And while that's cute and and to be honest, I feel like Katy Perry is the type of girl that gives frat boy energy. Like she does a lot of things that young boys do, like okay, you moon somebody or you pull their pants down, you pants them, or you do something inappropriate, or you like stick your finger in your mouth and put in their ear. Like she kind of gives that. But then you also have to read the room and realize that not everybody is up for those type of shenanigans. And you do that to the wrong person. Because let me tell you, when I was younger, I used to do something like that. I used to go around pantsing a lot of my friends and do all that crazy frat boy shit. But you got to realize that when you come back to this day and age, you got to watch what you're doing out here because people will. But then I'm just trying to figure out how do I handle this because now then it's gonna be like, well, people come out bring something up 20 years ago. Is that still valid? Where it's like, okay, you did something like that versus now if you was out here SAing people and literally like being inappropriate, holding people down and forcing your genitals in someone else's genitals. I feel like there's levels to the harassment and the assault in a lot of these situations. So this is like a little slippery slope type situation that we're dealing with at this point. And then she went on to say, well, Katy Perry went and said something that I think we live in a world where anyone can say anything. This is what she said to The Guardian 2020 after news of Claus's allegation broke. I don't want to say guilty until proven innocent, but there's no checks and balances, and there's no investigation of what it is. She also said, I don't want to add to the noise. I want to add to the truth. The publication noted that Perry inhaled after being asked if past allegations were true or not and said, I don't comment on all the things that are said about me because if I chase that dragon, it will be about true and falsing my whole life. It's distracting from the real movement. And so then it also says something costume designer and Perry associate Johnny Wujek wrote on social media at the time of Claus's allegation that he was not about to let you make accusations against my friend like this. Katy would never do something like that. We all know about your ongoing obsession with her since the day of filming that video. You were writing her music and planning an imaginary future with her. it's not okay to do this to people who have done nothing but uplift and inspire others. And I'm sure some people will say that, well, yeah, birds of a feather. Because remember, once upon a time, she was married to Russell Brand, and we heard the tea about her. Russell Brand is so annoying. I don't know what people say in him. I never thought he was funny. Quiet as his kept. I always thought Ali G, well, the actor the comedian that played Ali G, was funnier than some damn Russell Brand. But that's not the only thing that we're going to talk about in regards to this, because there's more to add to this whole situation that we're going to bring up. So apparently there was there was a guy who actually was a former, I think he used to own the nightclub or something or another. He was the ex-manager. I had to think about what was his actual title. So the ex-manager of the nightclub that this incident happened at is actually speaking out on what they're saying, well, what allegedly transpired 20 some odd years ago. So Katy Perry and Ruby Rose reportedly had too much to drink the night the latter was allegedly SA'd in a Melbourne, Australia bar more than 15 years ago. They were drunk. They were paralytic. They weren't paralytic at anything, just like any other person drinking at a nightclub. This is what former club manager of Spice Market um, told the Herald Sun on Tuesday. They came in together. They were also with Katy's hair and makeup girl and another guy who was friends with Ruby. According to the businessman, the night turned into a security nightmare with 600 people at the club. He claimed Perry at one point was allegedly right in the middle of the mosh pit. The ex-manager claimed he did not see any alleged SA take place or any vomiting, referring to Rose's allegations that she threw up when Perry allegedly assaulted her. Per the businessman, Perry and Rose, who also spent time in a private VIP area of the club with friends, were eventually escorted out through a back entrance by security and into a private car. Being conscious of them both being public figures, we didn't want someone taking photos of them drunk like that. We always protected them as much as we could. Now, reps for Perry and Rose did not immediately respond to the comments of this because it's coming from page 6. So, look, at this point, Perry's denied doing his things. The John Wick Chapter 2 star said that this stuff happened. I don't know what the end game in all of this is. Like, this is all coming out. What is the end game in all this? Do you want Katy Perry's career to be in the toilet? I mean, quiet as it's kept. Nobody's buying her music anymore. But she could still be out here relatively touring and stuff because people still live for her live performances. But the music ain't music no more. People kind of like just dismissed her after the whole Dr. Luke situation. And that's another thing, too. We were sitting there talking about she was married to Russell Brand, being accused, who's also being accused of assaulting women, and those allegations are ongoing. Her defending Dr. Puke and actually working with him on this recent album 143, which flopped, and and then going on that dumb bitch Alex Cooper show, who's a horrible interviewer, and Alex Cooper not following up on a lot of the questions that she was asking and the answers that Katy was giving when asked about working with Dr. Puke. I'm like, what? You didn't even answer the question. You just did this whole beat around the bush thing and didn't even get to answering the question. And that's what y'all always got to focus on. When they start doing that little dance with the mouth, all that word salad, and then you take a moment to like let it set in. Like, bitch, you didn't even answer the question. Like, what's the reason? Why you, I mean, talk about flowers and all this other bullshit. I don't care about no lollipops, rainbows, and daffodils and daisies. Why did you work with a damn man who's been accused of assault from another pop star named Kesha? So that's what we want to know. So in the meantime, I guess we're just gonna have to keep abreast of this story as it develops. There's nothing really that I guess I can add to it except for just what I just said. It's her word against, well, Ruby's word against Katie's, and Australian police are investigating, and then we will, I guess, we'll just wait until see what conclusion they come up with, and then we'll talk about it when we cross that bridge. So I say all this to say, what do you guys think of this story? Do you believe what Ruby had to say in this situation? And me bringing you the evidence, do you think that maybe Katy might be a culprit in this situation? Or is she just like a girl who likes to frat around and just do inappropriate things to her friends? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments down below.